Hello, good morning, good morning. Alright, so today's message is about tug of war. So I was sitting here thinking about a couple of things, and what started this conversation that I had with myself and God, it was about how females dress in the world, okay? And I know I talked about it before, and then I had to question myself on some things, because I know that I provide some videos that kind of provocative, okay? And so I was sitting back and I was going to do a different post about, how we're supposed to be able to represent ourselves. And I was like struggling a little bit. I had a struggle because in one sense of life, our bodies are a canvas and it's God's creation, correct? Correct. But the problem about it is we sexualize the body. Instead of looking at it as a work of art in a enlightenment way, we look at it in a dark way. And then it also causes issues when it comes to the youth with kids, because so many people sexualize the body so much that it causes for every action there's a reaction. So that's why a lot of kids are having sex early, having kids early, stuff like that. Also, that's why there's a lot of rapes and sexual assaults in the world, because the body has been weaponized as a weapon, okay? Or however you want to call it. Excuse me. So then I dug deeper, because I was like, there's something bigger than this. What is it that, because I like to dig deeper into things. I like to get to the source. I was like, nah, there's something deeper than that. Because in one sense, I feel like it's in certain ways, I feel like it's okay in certain ways because it's art. But the problem is, again, we sexualize what we see instead of seeing what we need to see. No. Okay. So I had to dig deeper. And it made me start thinking about race, like our color. So I had pulled up a video of some black girl rap artists that was dancing, and then I pulled up the white girls that was dancing, same exact thing. Then I pulled up another artist that when she does her, I'm gonna just call it out. Okay, I'm gonna just call it out to what it is. I'm not gonna post those videos, but I want to call it out. I might post them, I don't know. So the videos that I pulled up was Gorilla and Sexy Red. And then I think the girl name was Tay something. I'm sorry, I can't remember the last name of it. And then the other female that I looked at was Teyana Taylor. Okay, so all three have been in situations where they was in lingerie or bathing suit wear. Okay, however, when it came to Sexy Red and Gorilla and the Tay girl and the white girls, they had it like, I'm gonna call it what it is, stripper mode. Okay, stripper mode type dancing and choreography. And then when I looked at the video with Teyana Taylor, it wasn't like that. It was different. It gave me a different vibe. It's like yes, it's still sexual, but it was more of a work of art. That's what it was. It was more of work of art, because there was a concept behind it. There was purpose behind it. She had a story to tell. And the other ones, they was using their tails to tell a story. That's the best way I can explain it. And it makes it hard sometimes, because when Teyana Taylor does her stuff, she's a beautiful woman. Okay, every woman in the world is beautiful, by the way. Okay, let me throw that out there. And when Teyana Taylor does her stuff, because she has a figure and everything, sometimes it can look like it can be sexualized, but she's art. She's a work of art. It's like if it's a motion picture, the way she the way she does her dancing and stuff, it's like if you had a canvas that moved. It's beautiful. However, people can sexualize that. And when it comes to, like, even when she did the song with Ye and Fade, when you look at it, one side of you can be like, oh my God, this is like, it's a sexual thing, but it was a work of art. The thing about it is, how can we tell people how to utilize their body as a work of art instead of using their body as a, how can I say it? I don't even know the word to say, y'all. I really don't know the word to say right now, because I don't want to be disrespectful. But I'm going to call it how I feel. The other ones, y'all operating like y'all hoes. I'm going to call it what I got to call. I got to be honest. The way the other females operate, y'all operate like y'all are hoes. And it's crazy how you can have money on you and still look like a hoe. And what I mean, like a cheap hoe. And I'm not trying to call you cheap, but it's amazing how y'all can have all of this money in the video and still look cheap. Oh, I said it. Thank God. I'm not trying to be rude, but it's hard to explain it. And that goes for the black ones and the white ones. Okay? Because we can present information, but it's like, if there's no true storyline, if it ain't coming from like a source of the energy, and it just coming from the light, y'all look cheap. I'm sorry. I ain't sorry. I ain't never. No, I ain't sorry, because whatever I say is truth, and we got to get out here. And that's going to bring me to the true subject of what I'm trying to get to. Y'all look cheap. But you trying to convince people that you look expensive, but you look cheap. Cheap. But like I said, but when it comes to people like Teyana Taylor or Ciara, well, Ciara, I don't think, like, Ciara don't get to that stream, but she does it too. Who else? There's someone else that I use. I forget. It's some people, but it's like the way when they do it, it looks like art. It looks like art. But then when you see the other ones do it, when all you doing is putting your booty in the screen the whole time, you look like you trying to find your pimp. Like, you might as well just say, where the hoes at? We right here. Like, that's kind of how it sounds. And I'm not trying to be funny. I'm trying to tell you what people see. Okay? I'm just giving you the masses of how people look at y'all in this situation. And so that's what it brought me to, because it made me start thinking, then made me start thinking about the war shows. So at the war shows, y'all go out there, y'all basically half naked. And it's like, there's a form of art. But it's like the way y'all doing it is not the right way. It's like y'all doing it because you want attention. Like, for example, when the Grammy situation happened, we know what that was. Now y'all feel like, if this person can get all these eyes on her, I need to do the same thing. And that's how you know it's not art, and you know it's considered as trash, because that's how you present yourself, because you need somebody to pick you up. What trash is, like, when you see trash, what you got to do with it? Pick it up, and what you do, put it in the trash can. And that's what it is. Like, it's a waste of time, and that's what it shows. And I have to be honest, I cannot lie to y'all. So y'all don't realize when y'all go out here and you presenting yourself, if there's no story behind it, if there's no purpose behind it, you are telling the world that I am trash, that need to be picked up, because I need to be felt, I need to be seen to realize that I'm something. But technically I feel like I'm nothing. Okay? And that's not just with celebrity, that is people in the world, period. All over the world. When y'all go out here and y'all present yourselves in that manner, it's like that's what you're telling people. Because it's one thing you loving yourself, I get that, but what's the purpose behind it? Every day you wake up, you're telling a story. You are a book. You're telling a story about your life every single day, even when you don't believe you are. And the thing is, when I sit back and I look at you, I'm going to sit back and say, what story are you presenting to me today? What information you presented to me today? Is what the outside of the book matching on what's on the inside of the book? And what y'all showing me is this. One person out of this group, okay, one is showing me that one got words inside their book, and the other one is showing me you only got pictures. One is saying, I have knowledge, and the other one said, my knowledge is used different by my mouth. See, knowledge can come out one way, can be used one way or another, through the mouth or the brain. If you get what I'm saying, sprinkle, sprinkle, or drizzle, drizzle, either or, how you want to take it. Okay? So, that lineup is what came into my head. And then it made me look at life even deeper. Because it's like, okay, I'm a female and this is how I feel as a female. You can feel however you want to feel, okay? That's up to you. I'm not stopping y'all and I'm not trying to degrade y'all. I'm just saying. Then I had to take my mind and say, now let's flip this coin. If I was a guy, which one would I have more respect for? Would I have more respect for Sexy Red and Gorilla and the girl? I'm gonna add a video so y'all can see what I'm talking about. Would I have more respect for them, or would I have more respect for how Teyana Taylor handled her performances and her work of art? I would have more respect for how Teyana Taylor's doing it than the other ones, because Teyana Taylor actually has a storyline. She provides you a story. Okay, in that small little moment, she gives you a beginning to end story, something that you can relate to, or something you can understand. When it comes to the other ones, it's a bunch of jibber jabber, okay? Because that's all y'all doing. You flipper flapper. Oh, I'm not talking like that. That's some fat appetite talk. Okay, anyway. So this is the thing. So I had to look at it from a guy perspective. If I was a guy, because I told y'all I can dabble in both my masculine or feminine. So if I was a guy and I was looking, Gorilla and Sexy Red and the other one, any person that operate on that time, I'll just look at you as a good time. Just something quick to do. But I wouldn't look at you for a long time. When I look at Teyana Taylor, I can see lifetime. There's a difference. Both have a story, but which one has a better ending? Okay? So, my thing is this. If I'm a female, and then I grew up with a bunch of guys, so I understand how guys operate. I ain't gonna lie. I can understand a guy mindset better than female mindset sometimes. And it's weird, but it is what it is. But I learned one thing in life about guys. They tell you exactly how they feel. But they do it with their actions. They do it with their actions. And if we look at the polls in the world of how guys operate, when females are like how the sex rate and all of them are, they only have them for the side chicks. They only have them for the something to do's. But the ones that they know that gonna have their backs are the ones that's like Teyana Taylor. But the crazy part in this world, they will run from the Teyana Taylors because the Teyana Taylors actually have purpose in their life. They actually have a mind. They all actually have the right mentality. And guys, a lot of times, is intimidated by that because a person is confident in their sexuality. They are confident, that female is confident in her strength and her growth and who she is. But when you look at Sexy Red and them, no offense, y'all, I see weak minds. I see someone I could walk over. I see someone that I can sit back and manipulate and tell you what you want to hear and just have you as a puppet to do what I need you to do. You understand? Don't get me wrong. Some of y'all get wifed up too. But guess what? A lot of times, y'all get wiped up, and then they running over here to Teyana Taylor's because they know that's where they get their food and bread and everything else from. Now, what I'm trying to say is, in this world, there's a war going on. There's been a war going on for a minute now, and it's a gender war. Okay? It's a gender war. And this war been going on for the past, since about 2000, early 2000s. This war been going on because it has become to a point that females feel like they have to flaunt every single thing and put themselves out there with no purpose in order to get something. But that's also because when it comes to guys, they have put that idea out there that they only want someone that don't have no brain but all using the other one, if that makes sense. So Now, with this gender war, that's why now you have females becoming men and men becoming females, and then you got the in-betweeners. Those the mismatches, okay? And that's how I call it, and you can feel however you want to feel, but it is what it is. So, because of all of this, when it comes to especially our black men and our black females, we are the core process in this world, okay? And what I have learned in this world is y'all think we are in a color war. We're not in a color war. We're in a gender war, okay? These people have put a color over, like a color mirror over y'all heads to make y'all think that's what we're going through, but we actually going through a gender war. And that's why they have created the music industry and stuff to be the way it is now. That's why we got all these sexy reds and all of this stuff like that. And don't get me wrong, and I'm not trying to come at you like Sexy Red and Gorilla. I ain't gonna lie, I don't listen to your music, okay? But from what I heard, I know for a fact for Sexy Red, from what I heard, it ain't nothing to hear, okay? Because I'm tired of hearing about your coop cat. And that's crazy. That's how the world is now. That's all we talk about is our body parts. That's it. That's all y'all can talk about is your body parts. And when it comes to our society and our kids, it's like, how come people in other countries that walk around naked and their kids are seeing these adults naked and can still have enough respect in the community, and then we out here and y'all barely got clothes on and y'all can't even act like y'all got 2 cents to rub together? And so, basically what I'm trying to say is this. Why are we not listening to each other? Because apparently, actions speak louder than words. So we see how the guys are reacting to that type of lifestyle. And we see how the females are reacting to those lifestyles. Why is it that we're not understanding? Why we can't understand? Why we're not understanding what's going on? And don't get me wrong, this goes for everyone around the world, okay? Everyone around the world. Because every gender and race around the world goes through something. And the thing about it is this. In order for us to be able to be on the same page, we have to listen. And I get it. For females, you don't want to feel like you're being controlled. I get that. I understand that. And that's the thing about it. Control thing is, that means you need to walk away from a person that's controlling you. Point blank, period. Now, the thing about it is, but if you have all these guys out here saying, man, I just look at girls like that for a good time, and that's it. So why are y'all still out here doing it? They're telling you exactly how they observe y'all. They telling y'all how they feel about y'all. So why is it that you can't understand that? And then you wondering why I don't have somebody? Why I can't be with somebody? Because they're telling you you're not listening. And then for the guys, why is it that when females saying, hey, I'm in love with who I am, I accept for who I am, but you just have to respect my body and respect my mind at the same time, while y'all not listening? Why y'all not sitting back and saying, okay, let me allow this person, if they loving who they are and comfortable with who they are, and they're not doing it for personal attention because they feel that they got enough attention within themselves, why is it that you have to sexualize it? Why is it that we cannot be on a page where we can be creative in a way and not have to take everything as a sexual thing? Because y'all miss out on a lot of creative opportunities because of that. The world is being hindered because of that. And the thing about it is, it's no different than back in the day, like TLC. So I Creep. They got pajamas on, but they got clothes on, but how they presented themselves was still classy, and they still told a storyline. Why is it that we cannot be able to provide the music, still be able to be creative, and not be over dramatic with it? Why is it that we can't walk in this world and be creative, but don't be over dramatic with it? Because until we know how to teach these kids how to be in this world, and until we can get these females or guys that are sexualizing kids to be right in the world, why we can't come together and get it right together. So my thing is, it's like, right now we in a situation where guys their minds, they sexualize everything. So because of that, we have to be more protective of ourselves, be more mindful of ourselves, because our kids are watching these things, and we have to be put in position where we be better role models to our kids until we can fix the situation. And I know you're like, that ain't my problem or whatever. No, it's our problem, because we all play a role. We all have played a role somewhere in this system that we are programmed to operate in. Maybe it's not the sexual part of the world. Maybe it's something else. It's no different than when a child, like a little boy can sit back, a boy can sit back and love rainbows. No, you can't play with the rainbow color. You can't look at rainbows because that's too feminine. We have created a war where you're not able to be creative because it can cause a rift with your gender role. And we screw up each other that way. The main thing in this world is we have to be honest with ourselves. And society has made it where we're not able to be honest with ourselves. But the kicker is, the other part to this is this. When I look at our people, blacks, okay? Like for myself, all my videos, it shows as if I'm talking about black people. But have you ever noticed that one thing about black people, we always tell you how we truly feel? Think about it. Out of all the races in the world, we're the only race that sits back and we'll call you out quick and say, oh, you're this, you're that. It may not be pretty, it may not be the best, but we always tell on the person on how we truly feel. But in our society, the elites, or the white people, I'm going to call it what it is, they have taken that and flipped it on us as if we're being hateful towards each other. We're dogging each other out. But it's not that. It's crazy how we actually love each other, and we show that we love each other, but they have taught us that's not love. That's really what it is. Do y'all know that the black community has the most love in it than any community in the world? The black community has the most love in it, because even when we get pissed off, we'll tell you how we feel about you. In the white race, they don't do that. Once in a while, they'll do it, but 9 times out of 10, they pretend like they don't know. They'll keep on a face and just smile through it. But our community expresses it the most. Yeah, we fuss, we fight, we get up in each other's face, we curse each other out, we ready to go off on each other. But we are also, if you look at the other side of it, we also are being honest. And we're releasing that tension that's within inside of us. But we are taught that that's not emotions. That's true emotions. That's true feelings. That's true energy. And because of that, that's why they created this world where we sexualize each other so much. And so, in y'all eyes, y'all look at it as black on black crime or the whites against the blacks. But the problem is, it's not even blacks on blacks. Because we're when it comes to crimes, yeah, it's black on black. However, if we vocalize how we feel, it may not be the right way how we do it. It's not what we say, it's how we say it. So with that being said, with the message, it's not what you wearing, it's how you wearing it. You understand? It may sound like I'm dogging y'all out. And I gotta be honest on how I feel. I'm not perfect, okay? I'm not. You can talk about any parts of my body all day. It is what it is. To somebody, they might say, oh, you're big. You understand? You need to be healthier. You're right. You're right. I need to make sure that I'm healthy. I am, but I could do better. You understand? Different things about us. We have to realize that when somebody's coming out and saying, hey, child, or hey, babe, or hey, sis, or hey, bruh, we can do better than this, then we can be better than this. We need to learn from each other and stop allowing other people to tell us who we are. Don't get me wrong, we should all be able to be whatever we want in the world. Whatever we want. But we have to understand why we want to be those things. When we go out here in the world, the reason why y'all go out here and get naked on TV, because you have got to the point that you realize the more naked you are, the more attention you receive. You are willing to risk your career, your life, to get more attention, to feel like you're something in this world, to feel like you are accepted in this world. And even if the whole world is watching you, don't mean they accept you. And just because they buy music here or music there doesn't mean that they like you. Think about it. How many of y'all have haters that watch you all the time, but they don't like you? Your haters are your biggest fans. Do y'all know that? And when y'all realize y'all have more haters than people that love you, then you will realize, then why am I making myself a mockery of myself? The only reason why they promoted me is because they laughing at me. The only reason why they sitting back and saying I'm good at this, I'm good at that, is because they laughing at me. They think I'm a joke. And they're going to keep putting me on that joke pedestal. But see, that's the difference when you're in the fake light and the real light. See, when you in that real light that's within you, you just go with the flow of things. You're not sitting back and trying to hard to get attention. You're not trying to do things to get people to watch you or whatever. Because whoever's meant to watch you will see you. And this goes for any race in the world. Ladies, I'm not saying that you cannot enjoy and love your bodies. But when you go on these stages and when you're doing these videos and you're doing these things, have a purpose behind it. Have a purpose. And the purpose is, okay, what's my true storyline? What's the true message I'm trying to get across? Is there a story? Like, is there a true story here? Or I'm just saying some stuff to put it together and bounce my booty up and down. Go look at y'all videos, right? And look at how many videos all you do is bounce your butt in the screen. And just look at it and see if there's anything different that you provide into the next. Because if you really know what you're doing, when you put all your songs together, your videos together, you're telling it's a master story. It's like a chapter book. It's giving insight to your life. Your music's supposed to be about what you go through or what you see in the world, about family, about, change. Those are the concepts that the reason you're supposed to be creating the music for. About having fun and different things. But if all your songs is just about having nothing but just sex, then you're wasting your time. Unball yourself out of that trash and put some real words down on the paper. Because every song you have or every feature you have on somebody's music shouldn't be about being in the bed all the time. And once you learn that, then you can be creative. Then you can be a work of art, like people like Teyana Taylor. Don't allow people to look at you like you a trophy. Because a trophy is a stiff. It ain't nothing. It's just put on the shelf. And how many of y'all look at y'all trophies now? Do y'all look at it all day? Do y'all come and look at it every day? The only time you look at that trophy is when you're sitting back and you're like, man, I need some inspiration. But if you're out here in this world and all you're doing is presenting your body, what inspiration can we get from that? So, all I'm saying is, ladies, and that goes for myself and anyone, we have to do better. We have to be better. Again, you a storybook. Whenever you walk out of the house, you a story. Ain't no different than when you're on Facebook, Snapchat, Instagram, YouTube. It's a story. Put it like this. When you get up in age and you're sitting back and having memories of your past, and you sitting down with your grandkids, are they going to be able to, like, I'm not saying that you can't have pictures in the book, but are they going to be able to have something to understand where they can read and understand and see? Or are they going to be just sitting there staring at the same picture on every page? I don't know. Y'all have a blessed day.